From a well-preserved reef system to the fast-moving Gulf Stream located just miles off the coast, fishing in Pompano Beach is as close to perfect as it gets. In this video, we'll go over the top spots, catches, seasonality, different ways you can go about fishing here, and everything else you need to know before planning your trip. After watching, you'll understand how important fishing is to this area and why you should be considering it for your next outing. But before you do, be sure to like and subscribe below to stay up on all our latest angling videos. Due to its geography and climate, Pompano Beach is famous for its top-notch year-round fishing. With its proximity to the Gulf Stream and a very productive reef system, as well as the Intracoastal Waterway passing right through town, this place is a haven for both expert and beginner anglers alike. Topping our list of areas you should check out is Hillsboro Inlet. This is a very popular spot for both inshore and offshore fishing and is easily accessible by boat with several marinas and ramps located nearby. There are some spots to fish from land near the inlet, but fishing the area by boat is the most effective way to catch your limit for the day. However, if you're looking to cast from shore, look no further than the Pompano Beach Fishing Pier. The pier extends 1,000 feet into the ocean and is a prime location for catching snook, tarpon, and other game fish. It's easily accessible from the beach and has a tackle shop on site for anglers who need gear. If you've decided to rent a boat for the day, or you're hopping on a charter, then the artificial reef system off the coast of Pompano Beach is another must-visit spot. These underwater jungles provide the ideal habitat for a range of species, including various snappers and groupers. The reefs are accessible by boat, and there are several charter companies in the area that offer trips on a daily basis. The main technique here is bottom fishing, making it the perfect place for beginners to work on their skills. For those looking to stay closer to land but would still like to hop on a smaller boat or a kayak, then, well, you don't even have to leave town really. The Intracoastal Waterway, a series of man-made canals, passes right through Pompano Beach. Its calm waters are perfect for catching the likes of snook, tarpon, jack crevalle, and many other Florida inshore favorites. Finally, surf fishing on the beaches of Pompano Beach is a great option for anglers who prefer to keep their feet on the land. The beaches are easily accessible and offer the chance to catch a variety of species. Now that we've looked at some of the spots you can cast from and mentioned some of the fish you can catch, let's take an even deeper look at some of those targets and find out how and when you can catch them. If you're staying inshore, you'll want to keep your eye out for several species. As mentioned a bit earlier in the video, the Intracoastal Waterway is a great place to target many of Florida's most sought-after inshore fish. These include tarpon, snook, jack crevalle, redfish, trout, and even exotic freshwater species like peacock bass. And the best part is, inshore fishing in Pompano Beach is typically solid throughout most of the year. For those of you who've got your sights set on slightly deeper waters, you'll want to find a charter that will take you fishing over one of the many reefs located just off the coast. Here, you can go after numerous grouper and snapper species. These fish are excellent targets for families looking for a fun day on the reefs. And like we said before, bottom fishing is the go-to technique here, providing consistent action throughout the entire trip without having to travel too far offshore. Reef fishing in Pompano Beach can be productive throughout the entire year. However, be sure to check for open and closed seasons as well as bag and size limits when targeting specific grouper species. These dates can also vary depending on whether you're fishing in state versus federal waters, so be sure to check with your captain before heading out. If you want to venture a bit further out, you can also opt for deep sea fishing. During the summer months, you'll find plenty of kingfish, Mahi Mahi, and Wahoo throughout Pompano Beach's offshore waters. While in the fall and winter, you can add extremely hard-fighting pelagics such as sailfish and swordfish to your bucket list. And speaking of hard fighters, if you're after blackfin tuna, keep in mind that there are two high seasons for them, one between March and May, and the other between September and November. The conclusion is, no matter when you head out, there's always something biting. Now let's take a look at some of the different ways to plan your fishing trip. There are lots of ways to enjoy fishing in Pompano Beach. Whether you've got your own gear and would like to cast from shore or a pier, rent a kayak, or go charter fishing with a captain, there are plenty of options available. If you're looking for an adventurous experience, try kayak fishing. The Intracoastal Waterway and mangrove-lined shores offer a peaceful and scenic environment for kayak anglers. Kayak fishing can be a productive way to target species like redfish, snook, tarpon, and many other inshore species. For those who prefer to fish from shore or attached structures like piers, there are plenty of great spots to choose from, as we mentioned earlier. The city has miles of beaches and shoreline that are accessible to anglers, as well as fishing piers that make DIY fishing trips here a dream. You also have plenty of bait and tackle shops in the area where you can gear up and also get your fishing license for the day. And for the ultimate fishing experience, charter fishing is the way to go, especially if you're looking to put in some work. With experienced captains and top-of-the-line equipment, you're sure to have an unforgettable experience on the water. Plus, if you really want to feel the thrill of deep sea or reef fishing, you'll most likely have to book a Pompano Beach fishing charter. The city has plenty of companies that offer half-day and full-day trips, as well as customized excursions to suit any angler's needs. You can find a captain for the day by downloading the Fishing Booker app or visiting us online to browse charters, read reviews, compare prices and amenities, and book fast and easy. But at the end of the day, no matter how you decide to go fishing here, if you plan it out just right, you won't be disappointed. We know all this sounds exciting, but before you head out, it's important to take a look at some of the local rules and regulations. Regardless of whether you're fishing from shore or out on a kayak, skiff, or center console, you'll need to get yourself a Florida fishing license. However, if you choose to hop on a saltwater charter, you won't have to worry about that since the captain's license covers everyone on board. The skipper will also ensure that you're fishing within the allowed limits and respecting closed seasons as well. For further details on Florida fishing licenses and regulations, you can check out our full blog article or visit myfwc.com. And finally, always remember to fish safely and responsibly. So if you're ready to see what all the hype is about fishing in Pompano Beach, download the Fishing Booker app or visit us online. You'll be able to browse and compare fishing charters, read what customers are saying, and book your trip with just a few taps. So what are you waiting for? Book your next fishing adventure in Pompano Beach today and let the fun begin.